Welcome to episode 9 of the Wheelhouse. I'm one of your hosts, Andrew. With me this week, as always, Gus Rives.
What up?
And Sterling Gavinski.
What up?
You sad? Your hands on your eyes.
I'm fine.
Yeah,
I'm good.
Looks miserable.
I'm good, man. I'm good.
All right, Gus. Are you feeling okay? Are you in a position to podcast concerning your health?
Yeah, I'll be fine. Actually, that intertwines into something I'll be talking about. One of the things we're talking about later. So.
Oh, good.
But yeah, I'll be able to get through.
Is
this
it about
podcast.
the dying girl?
It is not about the dying girl, surprisingly.
Oh no.
Dying Gus.
It's about something much,
Me and Andrew
much
and the dying
worse.
Gus.
I've been stressed, health-wise, because I'm getting ready for my short film, shooting it April 2nd, April 3rd, and yeah, spent a lot of money, spent even more time. And
Dang.
yeah.
Was it worth it?
I don't know yet. We haven't shot. It could turn out like horribly, and then I'll be like, well, I spent all that money and wasted all that time and skipped my first ever college class for this.
Oh my God.
Yeah. It's only the Holocaust, which isn't that bad.
It was only the Holocaust. Is
Which
what you
wasn't
said.
that bad.
That's a good quote from Andrew. It was only the Holocaust. Which wasn't that bad.
All things considered. Yeah. Had a fire drill, 6 a.m. today.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah, and I was planning to wake up at 7 to work on an essay for that Holocaust class, and then I woke up and it's like, is there any point to go back to sleep for like an hour, or so? I was like, nope. So I worked on the essay and I finished it, and it's pretty bad.
Oh.
Yeah.
Ouch.
Anyway, we have 2 audience members for this episode because they will eventually become our guests in a few minutes.
That's
We have
new.
Kelly and Jay over there, both on their phones. Great
Hello,
audience Great audience members. So they will be on eventually. Sterling, you had something else you wanted to talk about?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty exciting news. The final issue of the Fight Club 2 comic book series just came out today. So yeah, you can read that entire thing today if you wanted to. And then the hardcover comes out in May too. So if you want to wait till then.
So it's like 2 volumes, like 2 trade paperbacks. What did you say?
So the series Fight Club 2, right? The author of Fight Club decided to follow up the novel with a graphic.
I thought you said there was
novel
like 2 graphic novels.
No.
Okay.
Fight Club 2, close quotation,
Okay.
and italics. That the final issue of that came out today. It was pretty exciting. Yeah.
Did you read it?
No, I haven't got it. I haven't gotten.
Oh, wow.
So there's 10
Why did he-
total,
why-
and I haven't gotten 9.
I don't know what
yet.
he's thinking.
Oh, I'm just saying you guys should check it out. Yeah.
We might in the future for Wheelhouse.
Whoa.
Well, one
That
of
would
us
be
has
cool.
to read it first,
Yeah.
which will be Gus,
No,
because he loves comic books.
comics books.
Yeah.
I love comics books. Yes,
Yeah, especially Seconds, which is your favorite, right?
it is.
1 out of
Well.
2.
One of 2.
Anyway,
What are we doing first? What's going on?
I'm glad you asked, Sterling. If you're new to the show, I'll explain to you how this show works. Every week, we each recommend a piece of media the other 2 have not experienced. We go out, watch, listen, and play those recommendations and come back and review them. This episode, we have a short film, a video game, and an album to recommend. But first, we are going to start with our reviews, which are based off the recommendations from our guests, starting with Me and Earl and the Dying Girl. And now Kelly can come over and join us for this talk about this movie.
Cue studio audience applause.
Hello.
Hello, Kelly.
Hello, Kelly.
Is my mic hot?
Oh, that's something good to check. Talking it.
I'm talking into it.
Ooh. Gus, you did not give accurate levels.
Oh.
Well, yeah.
Dang.
That is so
Is that a
unprofessional.
surprise?
That's true. Yeah.
Go ahead.
Hello.
Hello. All right, we'll deal with it. Yeah.
Thank you for your recommendation of Lars and the Real Girl.
Uh,
Love it. It's really good.
okay.
What?
Cool.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Thanks for recommending The Fault in Our Stars Part 2.
Fault in Our Stars Part 2.
Okay, it wasn't that bad.
I'm just kidding.
Andrew doesn't know what's going on.
Yeah, what are you doing, Andrew?
Yeah, I'm
What
not.
are you
The YA movies aren't my wheelhouse. So
I don't know. I liked it.
Yeah, well, let's talk about it right now. We're not saying we don't like it.
No, we're
Yeah.
talking about it later.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. I thought it was great.
Dude, me too.
And Gus,
I saw it today,
yeah.
and I thought it was really good,
Wow.
really awesome.
Look at that.
That's exciting.
Is that what you were expecting?
No. I didn't know what I was expecting. But yeah, I don't know what I do. Do I talk?
Well, yeah, maybe give a little summary about the movie, like if people don't know what it's about. And by the way, spoilers, we're talking about everything.
Always
so.
spoilers.
Yeah, always spoilers. Okay, so Greg is the me in the title Me, Earl and the Dying Girl. He is a self-proclaimed like hermit type person who doesn't like talking to people, but also tries to just coast his way through life. Doesn't like getting too involved. Yada yada yada. Earl is his friend, but he doesn't like to call him his friend because he doesn't like having friends. So he calls him his coworker. They make weird short films together based off of other classic movies. And then the Dying Girl is this girl named Rachel.
Yes.
Okay. Rachel, and she was recently diagnosed with cancer, and his mom kind of forces him to hang out with her, and he was like, no, I don't want to, and then they do, and things happen. So yeah,
Yeah.
Nice. A
So,
lot of things
yeah.
did happen.
They did.
Indeed.
they did.
Yeah.
This movie actually pissed me off
Really?
because it was so good under like certain limitations that you could tell like I could kind of do this almost because there's no like flashy special effects.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Or like big names or anything. So it's like this is reasonably, like it's an indie film and probably reasonably small budget. I'm like I could go out and do something like this if I wanted to,
Yeah.
but I'm not that smart or have the time. So
Or money, because you
Yeah.
spent it all.
So how did that piss you off?
oh yeah. So whenever I see like an amazing movie, I get sad or mad. It's like
Right? Does that not happen to you?
I can't make it anymore.
I
Or, like,
mean,
someone-
no, it should just inspire you.
Yeah,
Just say,
I
I hope
don't
to
get
get
the
to that
get
level of
angry.
No,
amazing.
I'm the same way. Every time I hear a great album, I'm like, I should just give up on
Maybe
life. 'cause
that's just
that should've
your
been-
There has been a few
low
songs-
self-esteem, guys.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe.
There's
Maybe
been a
we're
few
just being
songs
Greg's.
where it's been like, oh man, that was awesome. I wish I was alive 45 years ago so I could have written that instead.
Yeah.
But-
Usually it's like, oh wow, that was awesome. I want to make something awesome.
Yeah, that's called
No, it's really like, I
inspiration.
see something awesome. I can't be that awesome.
Yeah, I'm
Give
the
up.
same.
Wow, this is really a positive episode of Wheelhouse.
As always.
Well, then a movie we'll talk about later should have inspired you rather.
Well, what can you be talking about? the
we'll
other
get to that
movie we
later.
have on our slate. But yeah, I think that for me the big standout for this film is the characters, because I think it was perfectly cast. All the actors were fantastic. Thomas Mann as Greg, R.J. Kyler as Earl,
Probably Siler.
I just say Siler.
Siler, and then Olivia Cook as Rachel. They're all great. Yeah, the acting is stellar. Greg particularly, is the most developed character, and he has a really full character arc. But my only complaint with the character aspect is that I felt Earl and Rachel didn't have that complete character arc. They kind of like dropped their storylines off at the end a little bit.
Yeah, Earl was more of an accessory, honestly.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't know.
I don't know. I haven't read the book, so I don't know if it's like that in the book. But that's definitely something I thought of, was that Earl was kind of like Greg's sidekick. I mean, I guess the movie is kind of about Greg because it's his coming of age kind of thing. But yeah, that's something I didn't really enjoy.
Yeah.
Earl is the one that sets him straight, you know.
Yeah, he is
doesn't
kind of like
wanna-
the voice of reason.
He does have an
Let him
important
veer
role.
away and
Definitely,
whatnot.
definitely not discrediting Earl. And I like him
I'm a big
a lot
Earl
too.
fan.
It's funny.
Yeah, I love the
He's
part
so
where he
funny.
like kind of, kicks Greg's ass. They got into a fight, as he
Yeah.
said or whatever. That seems awesome. Like he was like, man, you don't come up here and complain to me, and like this girl is actually showing you some compassion, and when people do that to you, you just push them away, punch.
Yeah.
I thought that was great.
That
I love
was that was a
part.
good scene.
Yeah, all really, like you're saying, awesome performances.
Yeah.
Like it carried the whole thing.
It-
And on top of that, it like fat. It fit. It fit within it fit within some, actually I thought, pretty interesting stylistic filmmaking.
Yeah.
Like
Yes.
some of the long takes and stuff. You see that? Oh, awesome.
That is definitely something, talking about the filmmaking, that I noticed was there's just times when it's dialogue, but you see both characters the entire time, and they're moving within the room or within the setting, which is a really great film to making techniques that makes it more interesting, and you can see both of the characters at the same time and the reactions and everything like that.
Andrew, what did you mean by dope-like? Like the movie
Yeah,
Dope?
I remember when you first talked about this, you were like, it's very dope-esque.
It came. Well, I know when I heard about these films, they were usually linked together. They came around the same time, definitely the same year, and they were
both
like,
independent?
yeah, they're both generally considered indie
Yeah.
films and
Okay.
both like critical darlings. I like this a lot more than Dope.
Me too.
Me
yeah.
too.
So, but you can kind of tell like they both have that sort of indie style going about them.
Yeah.
I feel like Dope. I feel both movies try to like be stylish in the way it's shot and everything and edited and whatnot. But I feel like whereas Dope kind of failed at keeping it like consistent or keeping it interesting and whatnot, I think this movie shined.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah.
So
Dude,
Yeah.
Dope was flashy to the point where
Yeah.
you're like it's trying to do this and it's trying to do that, but this like the long shots and everything allowed the performers to actually act.
Yeah.
When a lot of times you have like quick cuts in a lot of modern movies and you can't see the acting happen like in front of you, and that's the performances were such an important part of this
Yeah.
too. It worked.
Like,
really
did you
well.
like any of the characters from Dope? Like, did you really like any three of them?
like I guess like the
main one's
dude,
likable.
Yeah, definitely likable.
Yeah, but definitely like the three
His
leads.
two sidekicks now.
Yeah,
yeah,
but the three main
Zero.
characters in this film, like they're all likable,
Right.
hands down.
Yeah.
But going back to the more technical aspects, yeah, the camera movement and the use of camera like in the film is super cool. You were mentioning long takes. There sometimes they even handheld long takes.
Yeah.
There's one effect where they turn the camera sideways.
When they're
Yeah, when
walking
he
up
like,
the
or he
street.
like lays down on the bed.
Yeah, and it
or
goes up
whatever.
the road, stuff like that.
Yeah.
The use of wide lens to like exaggerate depth. Again, simple like filmmaking technique, but it's really effective.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Um,
very stylistic, but not flashy to where you're noticing it right away.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Unless you're really paying attention.
hmm And then the last one I have here is like like static shots and use of silence, where it's just like on a character and it just lets them.
Yeah,
Think.
like that one really dramatic scene where like Greg and Rachel are like, it's kind of like their falling out moment where she's like, he's like being like, you just want to die
Where
so you can
she's-
like
yeah.
rub it in my face or like make me feel bad,
Yeah.
make me feel like a shitty friend or
And
whatever.
she's in the front and he's in the
yeah, and
back.
it's
That's
just
the one
that,
I was
like, the whole
talking
time.
about. Yep.
Oh, that's the best. I love it.
Yeah. Which that fight is amazing.
Yeah.
But going back to the whole character arc thing, like you don't see Rachel again until she dies, right?
She
doesn't say
never even
anything.
says another word.
Yeah.
So there's no, for me, I felt like there was no resolution to that relationship. I don't know if that was what they intended, but I didn't feel like
Yeah.
I didn't feel like
Yeah,
that
I
story
felt
ended.
when he like shows her his film.
It's kind of supposed to be that resolution.
Yeah,
A little
but
bit.
I feel like I don't know. Maybe there should have been something more obvious for
Yeah.
mouth breathers like me in the theater, where it's like she they make eye contact and whatnot, and then it's like okay, they're in a good place as she is about to
Maybe
die, but
They're not in a good place. I don't
Yeah.
know. That's kind of dark. Sad.
Maybe it's kind of supposed to be a little bittersweet.
Yeah.
Because he like
Perhaps.
comes with the prom stuff and she doesn't say anything. So maybe she was already in a coma. You know what I mean? Like maybe none of it made a difference at all. You know, I feel like that kind of goes along
Like
with some of the themes.
Some M. Night Shyamalan twist. She was in a coma the whole time.
Oh my god!
There's a lot going on in her
she didn't
head.
know what was happening. Yeah,
Damn.
Yeah. Another note here. That music by Brian Eno.
worst
Dope.
soundtrack 2015.
What are some other bad soundtracks of 2015, Gus? Or some
Dope.
better ones?
Dope.
Okay.
No, music was good.
Thought it was great.
Is good.
I didn't know that.
Eno is great. Get out of here. Which is great for me because I just started listening to his stuff, so I recognize all the songs. Like, this is awesome.
Was it all his music?
I think so.
Oh, cool.
Oh, so he didn't like make new music.
I don't think so.
Oh.
I noticed stuff from his first 3 solo studio albums. So
Here come the Jets.
here come the warm jets.
There we go.
Taking Tiger Mountain. Parentheses by Strategy.
And no more pussyfooting.
And Another Green World.
Oh, never mind.
And I think that was it. There might be some other ones, but
Life of a Ghost in a
Nice.
Bush.
yes. I still want to make that short film. That'd be amazing. Yeah, and I think the one other big thing to talk about is sort of the film illusions and how this whole movie is very reverent to cinema as a whole.
Mm-hmm.
On the obvious level is Greg and Earl, they make their own short films based off of famous foreign films,
Yeah.
and all those bits are hilarious.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh. I paused it. Like last time I watched it, I paused it to look at all their different
Yeah.
films when they had it all on the screen, and it's just so hilarious.
Yeah,
The puns.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty great.
There's like a shot of like, and even apart from that, there's a lot of film references. There's they use a score from Vertigo,
Yeah. Yeah.
which comes in like almost out of nowhere, and I'm like, I love this score. And like they have a shot of Taxi Driver too,
Yeah.
which
Wait, they do what? When?
when you weren't looking.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But yeah, it was
Oh, like at the beginning. Like the
yeah,
very
I think
beginning.
it's when Greg first calls Rachel, and then on the TV is playing Taxi Driver, and it's a scene where Travis calls up Sybil Shepherd's character, I don't know her name, and the camera pans to the empty hallway, but he's still on the phone. They do the same thing just then with Greg on the phone.
It's that
Yeah.
attention to detail in the movie that I thought made it really great, where you don't. I mean, if you guys were watching it, trying to analyze it, but for the first time I saw it, I didn't really do that. So I watched it the second time, and I just found all these little hidden things like that made it so much better.
That's good.
And another thing with like the technical stuff, I just wanted to go back to that.
sure.
It kind of reminded me like a little bit, especially when they opened it up when he was going into the school, and it had like the above shots where he's walking in and then he comes back, and it's very symmetrical. Reminded me a lot of like Wes Anderson, but a little more toned
I saw some
down.
stuff like that.
Like not because his are obviously really stylized, but I feel like they kind of took bits and pieces from that.
There's like the part where I think they're like making something with flowers. I don't remember.
Tulips.
Tulips, yeah.
And there's like that shot like from above with like
Yep.
the box or whatever. At that
Yes.
point I was like, Wes,
Yeah.
my boy.
But yeah, the high school is like completely unrealistic, but that world feels so alive, like with all the different cliques and stuff.
Another Wesy moment when going through the cafeteria, the tracking shot.
Yes.
Like that is a super Wes thing to do. Like where it's tracking through the entire thing, and there's all these people, like 100 extras or something in the cafeteria.
Yeah,
like,
whereas
doing
obviously that wouldn't actually. I mean, that's like
Yeah,
way
yeah.
too many people. But
public school. am I
speaking of the
right?
high school, sorry, another thing, I just loved the cyber goths in the film.
Oh my god, yeah.
Yeah.
It was so funny because like I don't know, some people think that they divide the high schoolers into cliques, and that's really overdone in movies, but like the cliques that he had were just so funny and a lot more real.
Yeah.
Like I feel like we kind of knew that person in high school. And
Who's the rapper guy? What was his name?
Ill Phil.
Phil Phil.
Yeah,
Right?
it feels so great.
Yeah, like so when the cyber goth was like, we're done or whatever, and then he just goes back and all of his friends are like doing the dance. Oh my gosh.
Speaking of other supporting cast, Nick Offerman
Oh
as
yeah.
Greg's
yeah.
dad, and Connie Britton for Greg's mom.
Yeah.
Again, characters who I wish were in there more because they're so great.
I didn't realize it was Nick Offerman at first, and so I was just like,
you asked.
they totally ripped off Parks and Rec with this how the dude delivers dialogue. I mean, he basically is kind of Ron-like in this movie. Kind of. He's not really in it that much anyway.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah. He's funny though, like eating
Oh, yeah.
all the squid and stuff. It's great.
It's just a really weird and interesting character. Like that's what I thought too, is that the characters were just so not what you expected, or just kind of interesting in their own way. Like the history teacher, and who has all the tattoos and like the research tattoo on the back of his neck and stuff
Respect
like
the
that.
research.
Yeah, and then they have the dad who's kind of weird and has the squid and wears a robe every day. Like that kind of stuff is just
So
the details.
I have a couple problems with the film.
Let's hear it.
Yeah.
So we talk about the style, and overall I love it, but at times it felt a little too forced.
Yeah.
For example, like the narration and the text, like this is the part where blah blah blah. Like it was nice cool at the beginning, but
Sure.
then they kept on doing it a lot. I'm like, I'm okay
I don't
with.
remember if it was
yeah.
you who said it or compared this to 500 Days of Summer. Was that?
I don't know.
That might have been Cameron comparing that to Foodfight, but I don't know. I'm not sure. That wasn't me.
You've seen 500
Yes,
Days
I
of
have.
Summer. Okay.
Yeah.
I kind of got that vibe from here, where there's that kind of that forced like quirky storytelling thing.
Also, another thing to note, that's how the chapters are. Like the chapters are that.
That's
So,
fair.
I mean, they didn't have to do that in the movie, but that's also where they took it from.
Okay, yeah, no, I get that, and I think that makes sense. But yeah. I don't know. Did you have the thing on the door that said
I did.
recording?
Hey, what did she say?
She said, "Is there a class in here?" And I kind of did a polite wait.
Oh, I was so scared. She said, "There is a class in here in 5 minutes.
Oh my God.
Get out."
Wait a minute. Did she say that?
Nah.
There's a class in here in 5 minutes. Get out. That's what you thought she said.
Yeah. No, that's
Did
how I
she?
interpret it.
I don't
because
know.
Oh, that's how you interpret it because you're a...
No. Well, we usually record on Monday.
Yeah, we rescheduled today.
Yeah.
too.
Dude.
So who knows?
Did you check?
No.
Ooh, didn't think about that. That'd be funny if it started at 5:48 though. So I don't know why she would be here.
Do you might want to go check?
How do we check?
Okay.
How do we check?
Hold on, I'll be right back.
Let's just keep.
Let's
talking.
wrap up this review.
Yeah.
So-
Problems.
Problems. Not a fan of that stop motion at the beginning because it's like it's shows again. It's trying to be quirky and then
Not a fan of the what?
the stop motion with the moose and the.
That
Oh,
kind of
why?
Came back.
Why?
It was kind of
Yeah.
throughout.
They did it more times than
Yeah.
just then.
Yeah,
don't
they
know,
kept
that's silly.
smushing.
You
kept
pandy
smushing.
fackler.
There's a class in here at 6.
Okay, that's
Fuck.
fine. We'll get out of here.
Damn. Okay.
So, and for me, some of the style and the references became almost too distracting sometimes. That I was like trying to pick out all the cool stuff
Oh,
going on
yeah.
that I was missing the dialogue.
That's fair.
Maybe that's
yeah.
a personal
Well, that's you,
problem.
man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
on
that's
you.
all you.
Yeah.
Anyway.
But my final thoughts is that for me, the takeaway for this film is thematically, I got just the feeling that overall it's about the power of film because that hospital scene at the end to me was very moving and it
Yes.
was without
Yeah,
any words. It was just music, visuals,
Mm-hmm.
and the whole motif with the film illusions throughout. It's just like you could do a lot of things with cinema.
Did Greg learn his lesson?
I think
I think he should change person by the end.
he did.
Yeah.
Think so?
I think so, yeah. I think he was very... he became very attached to Rachel and
yeah.
whatnot.
Yeah.
And so I think...
The DG.
The DG, the dead girl in the film. So I think his perspective on friendships or just relationships in general got a huge change for the better.
Agreed.
Agreed.
All right. We got to get out of here. Thank you, Kelly.
Bye. Good luck. Oh my god.
All right. We are back after a unfortunate intermission. Gus had a good explanation for it.
Oh yeah. Okay. This is the truth. There's this girl, and she came in to warn the class, or to warn us that a class was about to happen. And then our guest, Wheelhouse has no affiliation with our guest, okay? Our guest, Jay, violently told her to leave the classroom with his hand. No words, only his hands shaking.
I didn't
in
want
the
to
wind.
interrupt the podcast. I don't need this.
He waved his hand with only one finger up.
No,
Only one
yeah.
finger. You know which finger it is.
It was 4 fingers, and I was just kind of being like, "There's something recording now," and I don't need this. I don't need this.
It was the index finger pointing to the dough.
Oh.
So
There was no dough in the room. He meant the door.
So, girl, if you're listening, because she could have been a fan, who's just trying to
Oh,
warn
I
us.
highly doubt it.
You
All
know.
of the fans are here,
That might be true.
and I'm also here.
Savage. I also just realized I left my water bottle in there. And now there's
Was it the blue one?
The blue one.
Oh, I saw it on the ground. I'm like, whose is that?
Oh no.
What kind of idiot would leave a water
You're
bottle on the
never
floor?
getting that back.
So,
Oh, man.
I'm sorry. But yeah, we are now relocated to the sound studio, which is nice.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully no one walks in. We'll see. Any final thoughts on Me and Earl and the Dying Girl?
Gus, you had a thought?
Oh, yeah, okay. So, one thing I wish they did, or they didn't do, was they kept... so, during his narrations, he would be like, "Don't worry, she's not going to die." And then you knew she was going to die. So I just wish they just never did that. I don't know. It's just
Maybe
like
I'm
annoying.
stupid, but I believed him.
You believe them?
Yeah.
You gotta be kidding me.
I'm stupid.
You held out hope because you loved them as like friends. And
Her name is Dying Girl in the title. There's no way she's gonna live.
Well, again, aren't we all dying girls
Wait,
in
At
the
the end
road
of the
of
day.
life? In the road of life.
yeah, I mean we're all dying.
our own way, maybe.
Damn.
Not me.
All right. Thank you again, Kelly, for recommending the movie. We all enjoyed it.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
And thank you for being
Yeah,
our
friends.
first official guest.
You're
Oh, wow,
welcome.
yeah.
Now get
You're
out of
welcome.
here. We got things to do.
Oh my god.
Snap that.
Wow,
next.
Andrew, what a rude way to shoo someone out of the room.
Who is this? Who are you? Where did you come from?
My name, hold on. Are the levels coming through
The
correctly?
levels are coming through sweetly.
All right. My name is Lightning J. Reed.
Known for his
Is that it?
quick wit.
Oh.
Anyway.
Yes. Jay is here.
Yeah, hi.
He recommended an album, which you were talking about right now, which is White Pepper by Ween, their 7th full-length album, which came out in 2000. And you made us all listen to it because that's how the Wheelhouse works.
Yeah.
Sterling listened to it today.
The end of it today, yeah.
And overall thoughts. I know Gus, you're into music.
I do like the music sometimes.
So what did you think?
I had never listened to Ween before, really. Even like Ocean Man, I couldn't like remember. I knew that Ween was on SpongeBob along with other acts like Wilco and Pantera, but so this is my first entry into Ween, and it was quite enjoyable experience, except one part. But
Well,
should I save that for now? So,
yeah, we'll get to it.
I think I know what it is, but
you probably do. Sterling knew. Andrew didn't. Andrew was a fool. But anyway,
Well, I thought this album was fantastic.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Captain Fantastic.
No, not quite. But
I'd say it's at least Captain Fantastic.
At least.
I'd say it's on par. Yeah.
I'll say it's on par with Brown Dare Cowboy. But yeah, I thought this album was very surprising. There's a lot of different musical elements that sometimes come out of nowhere, but they all work.
Yeah, in no way is it like sporadic,
Yeah.
and, like jarring or anything like that.
And then I know Jay had when we were doing the pitch, he had some trouble finding other like similar musical acts, but I could sort of pick out like elements of other bands like that were in there. But yeah, overall I was like, they don't sound exactly like someone else. It's all like little pieces.
Yeah. Oh no, they don't sound like anyone else.
Yeah, like the first thing that popped in my mind was Arcade Fire, but then I'm like,
What? Really?
yeah,
You think so?
yeah.
I didn't get that vibe.
Some
sorry.
some moments.
Sterling's never listened to Arcade Fire. He doesn't know.
That's not true.
sometimes I think of Arcade Fire when I get these dreams of me burning down a bunch of Pac-Man machines.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's it.
okay. Some other bands that popped in my head listening to this album: Tame Impala. Anybody?
I liked him.
Less than Arcade Fire.
Okay.
Less
Yeah,
so.
like non-existent.
I know Jay mentioned there's some Beatles and Beach Boys
Oh, yeah.
elements.
Those are the
Yeah.
heaviest.
Totally.
of all.
Yeah.
Hear that? Yeah.
So, and Sterling
Zombies,
and I,
right?
Yeah, recently
Yeah.
Odyssey and
Yes.
Oracle we listened to, and the one thing I pleasantly surprised is that almost all the songs have a great just melody to it, and they're all just generally happy.
No, dude, that's a pretty nice album. Odyssey and Oracle.
Oh yeah.
I'm trying to get Gus to listen to
Yeah,
it.
I've listened to a few tracks.
Listen to the whole, whatever.
There's one song that is very Smashing Pumpkins-esque, in my opinion.
There's some other. I have some other more specific comparisons,
Yeah.
but the last general note I have is, man, there's some great guitar solos here that come out of nowhere. Like a lot of the songs have guitar solos. And I'm like, this song doesn't need it, but it's great that it's in there.
Cool.
So, any other general comments before Sterling? You didn't get a chance to give any general.
Oh yes.
Yeah. Okay. So I'll give a little background first into my listening experience. So I heard the first half of the album twice, like through the instrumental track. That's like track 6, I think. And today I finished it for the first time. And generally, I would definitely say that I love it. Like I was blown away. Super melodic.
Whoa.
And also it's got like these rock influences and these like indie rock influences. And for like an album that came out in 2000, it was very like referential, if you know what I mean. Like a lot of 60s feels, and it also felt very 90s too, which you know is not so far off. I don't know when this band was founded, but do you know anything about that?
I think only '90s kids will remember when it was founded. Honestly,
They've
Like, if
been
you
doing
agree.
stuff since they were teenagers in the 80s.
Yeah, according to
Yeah.
Wikipedia,
Young
years
kids.
active,
They-
1984.
yeah,
you were
they-
saying this was their 7th album.
Yeah.
That's pretty crazy.
In childhood friends.
Yeah, they met in a typing class in middle school.
I think I saw that somewhere. Yeah.
So, Jay, has anything we've said so far offended you, or you disagree with?
Well, I think I was offended most by a certain person's mishandling of certain recent events that may have occurred.
Yes, but that's in the past. We're not
Andrew,
talking about.
That is fucked up.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I
White
don't think
pepper.
we need to resort to such blue language, you moron, you asshole. All right,
I
let's
apologize on his behalf. So
All right.
let's. Yeah.
go to... Okay,
Now let's move on to
dig in.
Yeah, track by track.
Track by track.
Beginning with Exactly Where I'm At.
One of my favorites.
Possibly my favorite. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it a lot.
Yeah.
It's a good one.
Got them cool drums at the beginning. Good start.
Yes.
I was like, this is a good start.
Good riff, good melody.
Yeah, it blends the guitar and synth elements wonderfully.
Yeah.
Overall, just a great full sound. And a beautiful fade out. Love them fades.
What? I thought you hated fade outs.
No,
No,
I
I
never
hate
said that.
fade outs.
Oh.
That's me.
Oh, that's you? Okay.
I thought it was fine. I mean, it didn't disturb me.
Yeah, and I always,
Disturbed.
yeah, a lot of songs, great melody, so
Yeah.
which I always dig. So, Jay,
Yeah. No, I really liked it. Obviously, but my favorite part, like, there are a lot of moments in this album that I would call like heroin moments, where it's like, oh, like, you know, like right when the heroin hits.
oh, I thought you meant the Velvet Underground song.
No. I mean the hardcore drug.
Okay,
I mean, we've all, I assume.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
that's how you get on the show.
We do honey slides before every episode.
Honey slide, yes. Yeah, I want to ask something to Jay before we continue on.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Is this your favorite Ween album?
It was for a while, and then I heard Quebec. But it sort of alternates between this, Quebec, and the Mollusk, and they were, I think, all right after each other, so it was a pretty good stretch.
But you think that this is the best entry point?
Yeah, this is the best entry point, because on the other two there are some points where it gets definitely a lot less conventional in terms of the production and such.
Intriguing.
Was
But-
this the first Ween album you listened to?
No, the Mollusk was the first one, and I think this is my third or fourth.
Oh, cool.
But yeah, Exactly Where I'm At. The heroin moment is like right when like the bass comes in and everything, about the second verse.
Mm-hmm.
The second verse is where it's like just
Yes. Yeah.
yeah,
Track 2, Flutes of Chi,
Flutes of Chi.
Flutes of
There's
Chi.
some weird names on this album.
Yeah.
which I appreciate.
Yeah, of course you do.
That absurd naming.
Flutes of Chi, great. I also like it
Yep.
a lot.
Yep.
Yeah, another one of my favorites.
Another one.
Yeah, again, the blending of the guitar and synth, very unique sound, great melody, great guitar solo, great song all around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The one thing I will say about it, I first heard the demo version that was recorded during the sessions for the Mollusk, and then I heard this version, and I noticed that like there's like this that goes on in the background of this version.
That's the Flute of Chi.
Oh my god. But overall, yeah, it's very good. It's very Beatle-y, and it was the first song on the album where I was like listening to it a lot on repeat.
No heroin moment for you?
No real heroin moments on this one.
Okay, that's okay. I'm sure there's more
But
coming
but
up.
I mean that's not to discount it.
Mm-hmm.
That's just it's a very good song, solid listening.
Is there another drug you could compare it to? Or is analogous to?
Yeah, it's a lot like Chi, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perhaps
see that.
the namesake.
Yeah, they might have written it while on Chi.
Yeah.
Who knows? Track 3, Even If You Don't.
This is the one we just saw the video for, right?
Yes.
Love the Beatles-esque opening. And the rest of the song is good. It was the lead single, as I'm looking at right now on the Wikipedia page.
It's the only song you can click.
It's the only song that has an article of its own. So that must mean something. Best song on the album. There you
Yeah.
go.
My first note on here is that intro.
With
The piano, with that
Kind
zombie
of
piano
made me
coming
think
in.
great.
of
Yeah.
Oasis a little bit.
Which
Just gonna-
is super Beatles derived.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Wait,
Was it
what?
Don't look back in anger. That song.
Yeah. You know, champagne supernova in the sky. Ugh.
Wonderwall.
Supersonic. We're just going to name all the Oasis songs we know. For the rest of it. The song, another great melody. The guitar riff pairs
Kick
well
it-
with the piano.
Kick-ass guitar solo in the middle.
Yep.
This song actually marks a certain point on the album for me, though. It marks. So okay. So when you pitched,
This was the beginning of the end.
when you pitched this, you mentioned that they named it White Pepper and whatnot because this was like their white album, so to
Yeah.
speak.
/ Sergeant Pepper.
And you know what? Like the first 3 tracks, I was like, yeah, I see it. I kind of get it. And then one song came.
Is it number 4?
It's called Bananas.
Yeah, no.
and Jimmy Buffett's.
Yeah.
Bananas and Blow.
It's my least favorite one too.
Okay,
honest.
good. I'm
No,
glad. You like
it.
I like
me
it.
too,
Listen,
me too.
I like the
It's a
song.
joke. I know it's a joke. It's a joke song.
I like the song.
I mean, it's no baby song.
Yeah, that's the problem. It's too long.
It is a little long, but yeah, it's just kind of not great.
It's silly, but I like it.
It totally ruins the
committed.
consistency of the album for me because I thought the first 3 tracks were pretty consistent, and they were all consistent in quality too. And then this jokester track, these wieners came on the album, and we're like, we're gonna do this funny Buffett song.
Yeah,
but it's not.
I completely
funny.
agree. It's inconsistent.
Well,
but
I mean
still like
that's also something that they'll do a lot is they'll like put in like
Jokes and stuff.
well, I mean there was a lot of more humor based stuff in their early albums, but they'd still occasionally like on their country album and stuff they'd throw in a couple songs that are clearly joke tracks.
Mhm.
And this was one of them.
Yeah.
And it's not one of my favorites.
I don't know. I
think-
like it.
But-
I think
I mean, it is good,
album-wise,
but-
like consistency-wise, to me, the album feels kind of like a funnel, like funneling outwards, right? So not in like
Like a
increasing
research
in
paper.
quality. Exactly.
It's a Weenie Hut Jr. song.
A Ween E. Hut Jr.
So easily my least favorite album. I mean, easily
Wow,
my least
okay,
favorite.
Jesus.
White Pepper, least favorite album of all time. No, easily my least favorite song on the album. But it marked a point where it kind of broke away from that White Album-esque area, and then it really never goes back to there ever again.
Although I will say this, the White Album did have Rocky Raccoon on it, and
It also had Revolution 9.
it also had Revolution 9, and there is
Piggies.
nothing on here that and Piggies and the best track, Wild Honey Pie, of course.
Wild Honey Pie.
Great song.
He hasn't
So
listened to it.
what
Bastard.
I'm understanding is that White Album is not super cohesive either, right?
No, it's very disjointed.
It's not, but
Yeah.
it's not like this, which is followed by Stroker Ace, which title called a hardcore punk song, which is not true. It's more
Yeah.
like metally than anything. There's certainly nothing that sort of genre disparity on the White Album anywhere.
Helter
There-
Skelter.
It doesn't go from Jimmy Buffett
Yeah, it is pretty hardcore.
to I don't even know a good comparison.
They
band for
they
this.
Motorhead.
Disturbed,
Motorhead.
maybe. No.
People say it's Motorhead. I don't listen to them, but I'll take their word for
Motorhead,
it.
I can kind of see where that's going. It certainly isn't as like raw as Motorhead is. But with that being said, I like the song "Stroker Ace," but it just kind of
Oh, I thought you would really like it.
That was a solid
No.
transition.
No.
maybe it was decent.
I mean, I like how, like, the contrast. I think that maybe they did it on purpose, where you have a song Bananas and Blow, and then right after
They probably did do that.
Stroker
with
Ace
that
just comes out of
mind.
nowhere
Yeah.
and
just,
like kicks you in the balls and steals your lunch money.
It's awesome.
Jesus
Rubs me the
Christ,
right way.
man.
Yeah.
Certainly better than Bananas and Blow, though.
Well, did you know Bananas and Blow had my favorite guitar solo?
Oh, wow.
Really?
Wow,
Yeah.
don't care.
Okay. I mean, it was pretty good.
This is where we disagree.
I mean,
guess so. Is it your
also-
favorite song?
No,
Okay.
nowhere
Well,
close.
we can
just
get to
making
that
sure.
at the end.
Okay.
Oh, did you have something more to say, Jay?
no, I just want to reiterate that he said it kicks you in the balls and steals your lunch money.
It's pretty good.
Has that happened to you before?
Oh no.
Oh.
That's how I imagined it would feel like.
Oh, well.
Is this song? So
Man.
yeah.
Something
Pretty
wrong with you.
accurate,
It's
yeah.
fucked up.
Yeah.
Number 6, what I thought would be Gus's least favorite. Ice Castle.
some
Oh,
reason.
I thought it would be Gus's like favorite.
I like it a lot.
Ice Castle's good.
It reminds me of I told Sterling this already, but it reminds me of like a PS1 RPG.
Or like Spyro or something.
Yeah, because that
It's
synth
kind of
is,
Spyro-y.
yeah, because the synth's kind of like oscillating a little bit, going in and out of tune a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
It's all
so
shimmery.
I really dig that sort of thing. So it was totally welcome for me.
Yeah. And it's like kind of calm, but also a little creepy at the same time.
Yeah.
It's cool.
I thought it was neat. It was it kind of. I can't really think of a good comparison, but it sounds, the sort of wavering pitch throughout and everything kind of reminds me of the intro to Strawberry Fields Forever, like the very beginning of it.
Well, actually, speaking of Strawberry Fields Forever, that was exactly the reference I have written down for the next song. Back to Balsamic.
That is one of like the heaviest Beatle influenced ones.
Yeah.
To me.
This is also one of my favorite tracks.
Yeah.
I love it.
Neat.
It's that psychedelic Strawberry Fields Forever sound.
Yeah.
The synth and the flute.
Yeah, even though it wasn't a synth on Strawberry Fields Forever because they didn't have those yet. But
I'm sorry.
no, that's fine. That's
It's
fine.
an
No.
anachronism.
Damn.
Yeah.
I just popped a balloon in your logic bubble.
Yeah.
And
The
then
tension
kicked
is
me in the
reversed.
balls and
Popped a
took my lunch
pin in
money.
your shut up. I popped a pin. Okay, never mind.
This song has a beautiful acoustic guitar backing.
Yeah, very calming, very nice.
Yeah.
Vocal melody is very nice too.
Lots of
Makes me happy.
changing, like key change modulation kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's
In the
kind of that
beginning.
feeling, after you get kicked in the balls and get your lunch money
Yeah.
stolen.
And everything's just sort of floating around you, and you're falling to the ground wondering where it went wrong, and you just want to go back to Basim.
Have you guys ever listened to Summer Teeth by Wilco?
No.
This is this album that kind of reminds me of Summer Teeth in a way, and it came out the year before. So I don't know.
They stole it.
They also have that SpongeBob link. They're both on SpongeBob.
Yes.
Oh,
But I wonder if they took a note from the Summer Teeth book or not with some of the direction and the synths and whatnot. No, in like a good way. I like it. It's cool. Next is The Grobe.
The Grove.
The Grove.
I don't know what a Grobe is.
Is this
Do
the
we
Smashing
know?
Pumpkins-y one?
Yeah, this
Yeah.
one is a Smashing Pumpkins-y one. It's not one of my favorites.
I think it's good.
It's
It's decent.
It's a good rock song.
I forgot to mention the heroin moment in Back to Basim,
Oh, please.
but it's
Next.
the chorus, and then the when the synthesizer in the instrumental break goes, it goes up. I can't really do it very well, but that.
Okay. Yeah.
The heroin moment in the Grobe is when the guitar solo starts.
Guitar solo is
Oh,
cool.
yeah.
Fucking brilliant, just awesome stuff.
Yeah. Agreed.
Yeah, that's what picks
Agreed.
up for me.
It
It's kind of a
a,
riff-driven
Yeah.
song for the most part.
it took a while for this one to grow on me, but
To grow on you.
no, to
grow
grow.
beer?
I said to grow on me. The name of the song is The Grobe.
Oh, my bad.
Did it grope you?
No, it
The grope.
the grope. It did not grope me. Although, no,
Okay.
I was gonna think of
It's okay, you
something
don't-
really funny, but whatever.
Did it fackle you?
Did it pandy fackle you?
Next track.
Nice
Number 9.
segue.
Pandy Fackler. My favorite name of a song, possibly my favorite song.
Knick-knack, pandy-fact.
I love that little guitar part.
Yeah.
Ah, so good. Great song.
Yeah.
Good song.
You
Yeah.
were mentioning Ice Castle sounding like a video game. For me, the last half could have been like a theme to Ice Climbers or something.
Yeah.
Which is good.
Yeah.
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 One thing I really this is the song, usually when they would do it live, they'd break into the really long solos just over.
Are they a jam band?
No, they will occasionally jam, but no, they are not Fish
I was about to say.
or the Grateful Dead.
Agreed.
Yes,
They are not.
I wouldn't force that on you. Hey, check out this Grateful Dead album.
Grateful Dead's cool. I like Grateful Dead.
Wait, Jay, you don't like Grateful Dead?
I like Beat It On Down the Line. That's a good song.
Okay.
But overall,
Allman Brothers Band as a jam band. Allman Brothers so good because Dwayne Allman is such a good guitarist.
was
Yeah, he's dead.
he,
Rip. R.I.P.
too soon, guys.
Too soon.
It's been like
Me, Earl, and
Dead
dead Dwayne Allman. Should have been a movie. Anyone else have anything to say about Pandy Fackle or?
Oh
No.
yeah, another thing when they did it live. When they did it live, they'd have like a drill solo, like they'd bring in a drill and
Oh, that's awesome.
yeah,
Did it sound good?
it sounded like a drill
Yeah.
solo
nice.
might.
Number 10. Stay Forever.
This
intro, To me, sounded like Neil Young.
Nope.
Okay.
Disagree.
No,
The first 5 seconds sounded like Neil Young.
So if I were to like remove Bananas and Blow from this from this album entirely, just pretend it didn't exist, Stay Forever would probably be my least favorite. I don't know. I just find it, I don't know, just plain and dare I say boring.
You like the Grobe more than Stay
I
Forever?
do like the Grove more
Wow.
than it. I thought the Grove was more interesting in how and like song structure and whatnot.
Yeah, the
And
Grove is
sounds.
probably the closest thing to like their more. It's the more like the most Ween kind of sounding song on the album, like in terms of their earlier stuff. But yeah, Stay Forever is like what my theory is that was the one that was supposed to like bring them onto the radio more often.
Yeah, it was.
could see
It,
that.
it was another
very radio friendly,
Mm-hmm.
totally.
and
But I
I
like it.
like it.
I like
and
it.
I understand why people wouldn't like it because of its kind of more, I will say, straightforward nature. But it's you know, I'm a little sentimental, and it tugs at the old
Partial
heartstrings.
there. Nah, I get you. I like Baby Song. I'm partial to that.
Baby song,
Baby
Yeah.
Song. Husker Du.
Husker Du.
It's like a 30-second joke track
With a
like
slide
whistle. Yeah.
okay.
But
He
Gus,
likes
if you
Baby
like,
Song, but doesn't like Bananas and Blow.
Yeah.
Yes, because
Which
Baby
arguably
Song.
more of a song than Baby Song.
Oh, it is. That's why
It has
it's
song
not
in
as
the
good.
name.
Oh, true. Yeah.
So
I'd
Gus,
rather
if you
eat a
like number
banana
11.
than listen to a baby.
Is
Falling
number 11
Out.
the last track?
No.
Falling
Falling
Out. Second last
Oh,
track.
yeah.
I like it a lot.
Yeah.
I think Falling Out is great. I like the lyrics.
Cool
I think
vocal
they're quite
filter.
sharp.
Yeah.
Um,
Great guitar solo.
Great guitar solo.
As always.
Awesome.
As always, as if he's a Ween, as if Ween was his wheelhouse and he would know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I
Ween
mean,
Pompous.
it is always the case.
Mhm.
They always have good guitar solos. Take my word for it. As
Who's the guitarist of the band? Dean or Gene?
Dean
Dean
is the guitarist, usually.
usually.
On this album, he is the lead guitarist on all the tracks, I think. And on this one, definitely. But, yeah, he does most of the guitar stuff. Gene sings, writes most of the lyrics.
Kind of like Oasis, I might say.
Get outta
No,
They're kind of
it's
like
not.
they
It's
they
not
are
like
kind of like
Oasis.
the Gallagher duo, yeah.
Right?
The brothers.
Totally, yeah. In
No-
songwriting. In songwriting. That's it.
Okay.
That's all I'll say.
In
Okay,
in
boo.
execution
I will say this
and
about
personality.
Falling Out. I have decided. I assume we're all familiar with Rubber Soul
Yeah.
Yes.
by the Beatles. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I have officially replaced Run for Your Life with Falling Out as the closing song of Rubber Soul because it has all of the good elements of that song and then some, and it takes out all of the bad elements, namely, "Hey little girl." Worst, they did not need that to be in the song.
Yeah. That's a creepy song.
It's funny you say
It is
that
a creepy song
'cause I think
about killing
Bay.
Bay.
I think Falling Out would have been a better closer than the actual closer. I like the actual
Your Baby?
closer. Yeah, I like that, but I don't like it as a closer. You know? Do you get what I'm saying?
I could see that, but
Do you see how I'm swinging? You know?
Well, I like the song.
I didn't say I disliked it.
Oh.
And Juan.
Oh, I'm
Okay.
sorry. But to continue my horrible musical analogies, to me this is very Velvet Underground-y.
What?
And-
She's your
What?
baby? Or
Yeah.
wait, or
And-
falling on?
She's your baby.
She's your baby.
And a little REM.
I can
Automatic
see
for
that.
People.
She's
That's-
Your Baby is more Neil Young than it is Velvet Underground.
No, there's that string backing and guitar and flute. That's REM.
Yeah, well,
Find
I
Your
can
River,
see
man.
that.
I'm
Okay,
not
I
going
can
to
see the
argue
REM
with
reference.
musically illiterate people.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm stupid.
Okay.
I definitely don't see Velvet Underground.
No,
No?
absolutely not.
Okay.
You moron. Velvet Underground.
REM, maybe?
Who the hell do you think you are?
Neil Young? Sterling, leave.
No, I'm saying. Did you hear what Andrew said earlier about that other song compared to Neil Young?
Stay forever.
The last track is more Neil Young than "Stay Forever" is.
Yes.
guess.
But
Right?
Bananas and Blow is more Neil Young. Maybe not that far.
Bananas and okay, hold on. I'm trying to think of who
Nanners.
She's Your Baby reminds me of the most. If I had to say
Lou Reed.
Of Velvet Underground.
Lou Reed of Velvet Underground, no. Honestly, it's just like it's more of a folky kind of song, I guess. Waltzy. Maybe and I'm just, scrolling through these things looking for one that I can just go, "Ha, definitely." Hold on, wait a minute.
Oasis.
Ween. There we go. It sounds a lot like Ween.
Yeah.
There's a lot of Ween influence
see
on
that,
there.
yeah.
But yeah, I'd say, maybe Graham Nash. I don't know.
I don't know any of Graham Nash's
Me
solo
neither.
material, so I can't comment.
For Andrew and Gus, could you see how this album slightly resembles "Is a Real Boy"? By Sam.
No,
wait,
get
what?
out of here.
Oh my God!
Not
you guys
everything,
are fools.
not everything is a real boy
Reunites.
or whatever.
Yes, I get
Oh, you
Sterling.
guys are
Right.
fools.
Oh,
No.
what?
He's a real boy.
Like Stroker Ace.
What do you?
No.
He
Oh
says
my
stroker
God.
ace and then holds his arm up like we're gonna be like, oh yeah. What do you mean stroker ace?
Come on, guys. What are you? Hey.
Is a Real Boy is a heavily pop influenced album that
Okay.
is not like it's thematically consistent, as is I would say White Pepper, but musically is like really musically is very referential and sporadic. Totally.
Just because an album might be referential and sporadic doesn't mean that they sound alike. Or,
Just because
or,
I-
or,
okay.
or alike.
No.
You know what I mean? I'm not trying to I'm not saying anything about Is a Real Boy,
Yeah, I know.
obviously. But I Is a Real Boy didn't cross my mind once when I listened to this.
Yeah.
Me either, but I was just thinking of another Wheelhouse album.
No.
Well, never mind.
It's like the life
Jay,
of
you can
Pablo.
take my place. I quit.
Okay, cool. My name is
Just go
now
by
Sterling
Yeah,
Gavinski.
thank you. Okay.
Thunder.
I
Sterling
am-
Just
Gavinski.
easier that way.
Thunder Sterling Gavinski. I have taken over all duties in the Wheelhouse and the Happy All Right. We are changing directions. We are now going to be a Celtic polka core band,
Oh, dude.
and
Whoa.
yeah,
Thunder. Sterling Gavinski. It is the perfect time to move on to our final review.
Yeah, we're in a bit of a time constraint
Yeah.
this episode.
okay.
And I know we were going to have a lot to talk about this one.
Yes.
Recommended by
Yes,
one.
I do.
Recommended by one Cameron Gavinski. The animated film Foodfight! Exclamation point.
Food fight.
Or as I like
One
to
word?
call it, fuck, I hate you.
Yeah, so this is an interesting one.
No.
It's a bad movie. Very bad. My one line at the very top is, how did adults make this?
Yeah, it's almost unbelievable that a human being made this.
Here's the thing. I'm pretty sure they didn't. Here's what I think. I think aliens made this movie,
Yeah.
and they were like, they watched, or actually, no, wait. Here's my theory. Okay, this is what I came up with. This is what I think happened. Charlie Kelly from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. A bunch of movie executives decided for some reason to pick him to make their next animated film. So he started huffing paint, and they showed him Casablanca. And then they waited 4 weeks, so there were still remnants of that. And then they did the same thing with Toy Story, and then they were like, make this movie, make it. And then he wrote the script, but since he's illiterate, It was just a bunch of random scribbles and symbols and drawings, and they were like, all right, make this, and then Foodfight came out.
Mm-hmm. That's probably what happened.
Probably.
Yeah.
Cameron had a conspiracy theory too. I'm pretty sure. I'm not sure if that was in the recorded pitch. His conspiracy theory. Do you remember that? Okay.
I don't remember.
So what
if
he told
did or
me
not.
was that he believes that the makers of this movie ran off with the money that they were given to make the movie, and
No.
and they
Very
gave someone else, and they're like, just make this and put this out. We're gonna steal this money, like the
'Cause
producers of the movie.
This had a huge budget, didn't it?
Yeah, and it tanked.
And it doesn't show at
Miserably.
all.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I thought it stayed in theaters for quite a while. I mean, it broke the... It knocked... I thought it knocked, like... what was the movie, the Pixar movie that came out that year?
Wait, what year was it?
2012.
2012?
Like Cars 2 or something?
Cars 2. I think a Brave, maybe.
Planes, Fire, and Rescue.
Don't diss my favorite movie of all time, Andrew.
Sorry.
We should watch that.
But
Planes, Fire, and
I have a
Rescue.
question.
Yeah.
Do you guys have anything good to say about this movie? Because I have a couple little things.
Is it the puns? Is that what you liked?
No.
Oh, wow.
Actually, let me get my list of my favorite puns.
Okay.
Can I just explain my viewing experience?
Yeah.
Because it's very important to my.
Okay, and then
my
we'll get to
opinions of
the
this.
good aspects of Food Fight, which should take 30 seconds.
All right. As aforementioned at the beginning of the episode, I was sick last week, and so it was like 12:45 a.m. and I couldn't go to sleep because I was coughing up. I wasn't coughing up anything. I was coughing, so I was up.
I was coughing up.
So I was like, might as well watch one of the movies, and so the only one really available to me was Food Fight.
Because it's on Amazon
So-
Prime,
For some
surprisingly.
weird
Yeah.
reason.
So I had probably one of the worst experiences of my entire life, being sick and watching
Food Fight.
definitely the worst animated film I've ever seen.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Contender for one of the worst films I've ever seen.
Mm-hmm.
It's so awful. There were parts where I laughed, which was also in and of itself a bad thing because it hurt to laugh. So even when this film may have done something good, it pained me.
Oh my god.
Can I just put one thing in? The exact same thing happened to me when I got out of surgery in high school once, and I was in the hospital, and someone brought me some movies to watch, and one of them was Independence Day.
Mm-hmm.
And I couldn't get through the first 15 minutes because I kept on laughing at Jeff Goldblum on his bicycle.
Yeah, that is not a good movie.
It's a
No,
silly.
it's not at all.
It's silly for the first bit, and then it's just awful.
And it's like, why is this movie like 3 hours long?
A lot of
Oh,
people
jeez.
like that movie. And
I
I
know.
don't understand why.
I don't know.
Because
Anyway.
they're wrong.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Back to Food Fight.
Food fight.
Any good things?
I have
Like,
one.
Okay.
One scene.
Okay, Jay, what's your one good scene?
The one good scene is the scene with Christopher Lloyd voicing the robot. I love this scene so much because it's like the thing is he moves like his movements are ridiculous. He stomps around the room and does like little tap dances for no reason while he's talking because the motion capture sucks. But like the in-universe explanation would be, oh, he's, spoilers, a robot. But the problem is everybody else in the movie moves exactly the same way. So it's
exactly.
like, but also his voice and like him like aggressively pointing at this old man, and he's like, "You must be Leonard, the manager," and like he's like he's moving these products into the store, and he just needlessly throws a bag of chips in the air.
Yeah,
stomps
totally
on it.
pointless.
Flat, and then the manager, this old man, goes and he's like, "That was a perfectly good bag of chips. Never opened, never enjoyed."
Cut. And that's that whole scene.
And like that honestly, that scene made me want to watch the movie. Nothing else even came close to being funny.
No
Okay,
way.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I have a couple good things. The title sequence is fun. Here goes Food Fight.
Oh.
The screensaver.
Yeah, at the
Oh,
beginning.
God.
The-
Yeah.
That's one of your good things?
Yeah, it was fun.
was-
Oh my god.
It was silly.
It was silly, But it was like,
Are these good things derived off the fact that they're awful?
No, it's stuff that
You
I
actually was like, that
stuff-
That was a good
stuff-
decision.
stuff that I enjoyed.
Okay.
That I thought was good.
Like, I laughed at parts, but I wouldn't call them good.
I thought the first 5 minutes there's some pleasant music.
Oh, that stupid song.
I hated that
like,
song.
This is my life.
This is our world.
Yeah.
That was a nice
Why
song.
do I know the melody
nice
to the
song.
song? I hate everything.
I thought Dex Detective is a memorable character.
Yeah, the secret's inside.
Dex Dog Detective is a memorable character.
Yeah.
You can only remember his
over-
name.
Fork over the cash, or I'm gonna cash in your coupons for you.
Charlie Sheen must have been so bored when he was doing this.
I
'cause
could
there's
visualize
nothing.
his
Oh my God.
face
You could see
just reading the lines,
Holy cow.
just
yeah.
being like, what am I doing?
Yeah.
This must have been the breaking point for him when he was like, all right, fuck everything. I'm going to go have sex with hookers.
Literally.
I think this was probably the first sign of a breaking point.
Yeah.
Was him agreeing to be in this.
Absolutely puzzling.
Yeah. So now to the bad stuff, which is a lot.
Okay.
Where should we start? Let's start maybe with just purely technical animation.
That could go on for a while.
Abomination is
Yes.
what I would call this. You know that scene he was talking about with the
chips.
the one good scene?
Oh,
So it
yeah,
is
yeah.
a good and a so bad it's good way. But I can't believe someone watched that scene and was like, this is appropriate to release.
Gave it the green light.
They actually went with it. So what I honestly think is that at some point the people who made this film must have been so desperate because they were so fucked, like either financially or who knows, that they must have been like, who cares? Let's do whatever we want.
Yeah.
And so they made this shitty movie
This-
and they know it and they don't care.
This movie makes me believe like that there are like some people say that there is good in everybody. This movie makes me think that is not the case because if there was a shred of some sort of moral decency in Lawrence Kasanoff or anybody involved in the making of
Hillary
this,
Duff.
Hillary Duff.
Hillary
Duff,
Duff
we're
as
looking
a
at you.
furry, the
Yeah. There's so many bad things to talk about.
dead eyes.
She's
the-
hardly in it, too. That was weird.
Yeah, but like they would have been like, we can't force this on people, and yet they did, and that's just, it's awful.
Yeah. So
I'm no man of God, but I hope there's a hell for these motherfuckers.
I am no longer a man of God.
I was before watching Foodfight.
Yeah.
What kind of God would allow this?
One part that I thought was really funny was a lot of times, especially towards the beginning, there was like a character in the center of the screen, and the entire like world is like rotating around them. That happened like all the time. Obnoxious. I was nauseated. I love that little elephant dude like comes out of the school at the beginning. He's like, yeah, and the screen's like he looks like he's about to like get into like. What's that GameCube game? Soul Calibur. Like it looks like he's about to like, have like a fight, you know, like introducing the character.
God.
He's got his catchphrase.
yeah, a lot of animation. Soulless eyes. Nothing is smooth. It's like everything's like moves in a line.
Yeah.
So that's why everything's like so janky.
Yeah, and I will say one thing. The only character design in Dex Dog Detective is the only like character design where when you look at him, it doesn't look like a nightmare.
Oh yeah.
Agreed.
Every
Yeah.
single character in this movie looks like a nightmare.
Even the evil lady who
Lady
they must have spent a good chunk of change on her because she like changes outfits like every second
Yeah.
into increasingly worse
Slinky.
outfits.
Yeah.
They try to like sexualize her.
Oh, they don't try. She is only like aside from being an obvious villain, she is only like this weird. Every single sentence out of her mouth is some sultry double entendre.
Yeah, but it
Like-
doesn't work at all because she's hideous to look at.
Yeah.
Her hair, I can't even explain what her hair even is supposed to be. It's just metallic purple
With like that red
stuff.
thing.
Dead eyes.
Dead eyes.
And one of
Creepy.
my favorites that she says, if I may,
Yeah,
I
go
know
ahead.
I'm interjecting a lot, but my favorite, well, not my favorite, the one line that I wrote down that she, or I took a note of, that she says she's doing a seductive tango with Dex Dog Detective, which is weird that she wants to, have sex with a dog.
With that being said, the dog is dating a human cat.
Human cat.
Yes, there are a lot of weird things like that happening.
Yeah.
But she says, "Ooh, I'd like to scrub your bubbles."
Oh yeah.
And I hope, like, what kind of movie?
What does that mean?
I don't know. I think that means something with like balls, right?
There's the worst puns in this movie.
Yes, many puns.
Cold farted itch is what he calls her at
Cold
one
farted
point
itch.
in the movie.
And I did not expect to find a food fight and Me and Earl and the Dying Girl connection, but in
Whoa.
Dex Detective's office, there are joke movie posters in there.
Yes, I
Like-
took notes of the names on those
Yeah,
too.
Dial B for Burger, 12 Hungry
Oh my
Men,
God.
It's a Wonderful Lime.
Can I say something about 12 Hungry Men?
Yeah.
I paused it yesterday and I zoomed in. They went into a lot of detail with the puns on these names. Okay, it was directed by, instead of Sidney Lumet, I think that's how you pronounce it, it's now directed by Kidney Legume.
That was just for you, Jay. That was just for you.
Henry Fonda becomes Henry Fondue.
Of course.
Yeah.
Ed Begley becomes Ed Bagel, but they spell it Bagle, which is wrong, which is a typo, which is par for the course, I guess. There's a E.G. Marshmallow, Jack Cheese, which is lazy as shit.
Yeah, that's not even that's not even
like,
clever.
oh, his name's Jack Lemon. His name is Jack Lemon. You could just say Jack Lemon, but no, they were like Jack Cheese.
Yeah, take off an
And
M.
also, here's one: Lee J. Cobb salad.
Oh my god.
Impressive.
Yeah.
That
There's
was
also-
one that's part I missed.
Yeah, there's also tons of Casablanca references. And
Oh, yeah.
I know.
Yeah?
Sterling hasn't seen Casablanca, and I don't think he has to anymore
but-
after watching
No,
Seriously,
no.
yeah.
This
I've
No,
seen
you
it, man.
should watch it just to as like a
palate cleanser.
palate cleanser.
no, you
for
don't
this
really need to
garbage.
watch it after you've seen this, because this really, perfects all of the sort of rough edges of Casablanca.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There-
One thing that puzzled me throughout the entire movie was who the hell were they even trying to make this movie for? Because obviously, it's like a kids movie.
Yeah,
But they
people-
have they have all these forced adult kind of jokes.
And Nazis.
Constantly.
And Nazis,
And Nazis.
Constantly.
there's death at some points.
Here's
like
the thing about the
straight up
adult jokes.
the shit.
Like, people said with Shrek that they went too far with it. This movie is almost only
Yeah,
like dirty jokes.
it's true.
Like, here's, if I may go into a sort of a rant about one scene.
Yes.
There's
Ooh, it
a
might
scene.
Be mine. It might be. I have it rant.
Is it about the scene where Wayne Brady is flying?
Oh my god, that's
Because
hilarious.
I have some things.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like he passes like a lady walking
Yeah,
by.
he's
That's the scene.
he's
yes.
catcalling. Yes. Okay. Here's what I found. It starts off with a song that is not "Walk This Way" by Aerosmith, despite basically stealing the riff. And some of the main words are "find a way." Nice dodge there, guys. And then he finds a human woman, despite him being a flying chocolate squirrel.
Chris Tucker
rest,
squirrel.
Rest in peace, Jay Ward. Your creation, Rocky and Bullwinkle, is now ruined.
Yeah, I know it's not.
He's catcalling this human woman, and he's like, "Hey, mamacita. Hey, sweet cakes. Nice packaging. How about some chocolate frosting?" What the fuck?
I know. That's what I was saying.
Chocolate frosting. God damn it. How do you, who is this? Why? Nobody wants this.
Yeah.
And then he says, "I'd like to butter your muffin."
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. It's such a pointless scene. Also, not fun. It's not funny at all. It's not even charming. He's my least favorite character in the movie, basically for this scene, because it doesn't come off
Not mine.
as oh, he's he's just a loser character, and he's the perv or whatever. No, he's like scary when
He is
mainly because his like animation is so shitty.
It's weird to find something that's supposed to be made for children that's like not only like reinforcing catcalling, but like actively promoting it by making one of the attempted lovable characters just being like, "Hey, I'm gonna cover you in chocolate frosting," by which I mean my, you know, and at one point he's flying and he sucks at flying too. He's an idiot. He's like, he crashes into a building and there's a stone gargoyle and it just pops clean off. I noticed that. And then he's about to crash into not the Keebler Elves tree.
Yeah.
And it like, he crashes in and like a bunch of Keebler Elves, not Keebler Elves, fall out of the tree and they're like, no. And then I wrote down, jet fuel can't animate steel trees.
Nice.
Foodfight was an inside job. I think there was some seedy shit going on behind the scenes.
Yeah.
It must have. Yeah.
It's the only way this is possible.
So many shit jokes in this movie.
Yeah.
Mr. Clean, he's bald.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
funny, right?
Yeah, and he gets covered in
Also-
shit.
Oh yeah, he gets covered in
Because
shit.
he's clean.
My favorite motif was the car hitting the shopping cart
Over and over
for no
again.
reason.
It's the
No
same
reason at all.
It's the same animation of hitting the shopping cart.
And that loop-de-loop motif that came back. You
With
thought
the
the
plane,
like you thought that was just like a
He's
useless
never
part.
been able to do the loop-de-loop.
Oh no, it's coming back.
Yeah.
So
Well, that's some real character development there.
yeah.
Satisfying arc.
I forgot to talk about how some of the characters look like actual shit. Like
The-
actual
oh,
shit.
You mean my least favorite character of all time, Cheezel T.
Yeah.
Weasel.
Oh,
She's
God,
a T.
so
Weasel?
gross.
Can I say
Oh, my
something right
God.
here? The voice acting in this movie is atrocious. Wayne Brady is the best one.
He probably
and
is.
he
in terms
would
of,
be
like,
the
his
worst
delivery.
in every other movie.
Yeah.
But, okay, we've also got Chris Kattan.
Yeah.
Awful.
Polar penguin.
Yeah, he's the voice of a penguin, and he does this voice that's even more annoying than his normal voice. But Cheezel T. Weasel, voiced by the director, is the worst.
The director.
The worst voice acting performance I have ever heard in my life. I hate this character so much. And I hate that no one was like, Larry, let me do this. Listen, I have an immense amount of respect for voice actors, and the ones that do it well, I realize that it is a very difficult job. But I am saying, anyone listening to this could do a better job than this awful, awful performance.
Probably, yeah.
I hate Cheezel T. Weasel, and I want to strangle him. I want to
long
kill
neck.
him.
Yeah, for me, it wasn't even a vocal performance. It's his character model, so disgusting
Yeah,
and slimy.
On
and
top
sick.
of that, though, like,
hideous,
the guy
gross.
doing the voice acting, you can't even tell what he's saying half the time. He's like,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a fucking awful Peter Lorre impression, and he's. Oh, you despise me, don't you?
Oh yeah, that was the reference. to it,
I
But how-
I could go on.
Oh, how
You really could go on just about
Yeah.
everything that's wrong with this
like
film.
that nose guy.
yeah.
Oh,
The nose guy?
the Woody Allen Jew.
Yeah.
That's what they were. He was clearly supposed to be Jewish,
Yeah.
and it was the worst stereotype since like Watto or something. Like
Jar Jar.
well, I mean the worst Jewish stereotype.
Oh, right.
I mean, obviously, if we're going into Phantom Menace, that's a can of worms.
Jar Jar would fit in this movie.
Yeah.
Jar
actually.
Jar would. Honestly, you could shove him in. No one would notice.
No one would. Yeah, he wouldn't even be offensive in this movie.
He would. Yeah, Jar Jar is like a food fight seeped into other movies.
What I think is the worst scene is the actual food fight at the end.
Oh,
Like it's disgusting. You can't even look at it.
you mean
like with all like the pie juice that like
you mean the 20-minute long battle royale of just spilling juice, food, slop stuff everywhere and
Bagels.
covering people with it. Oh
You
my
didn't like
god.
that. You didn't like that ketchup visual gag where the ketchup's stuck. You have to hit the bottle to get it out.
Oh, that's
No?
real
Okay.
fun.
Yeah.
That was really funny. Also, I'd like to point out that Christopher Lloyd, robot character, his name is Mr. Clipboard because he holds a clipboard.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes, we could go on,
We could
but
go.
we need to.
Fortunately.
Yeah, unfortunately, we have to move on to our recommendation. But Jay,
One mo-
Bitches.
as our guest, you will have the final word on Food Fight.
Okay. Okay. A couple more lines. There are these are other seductive lines during the tango. There are some stains you can never wash out. What about when you rubbed out all those ikes? And then there's another thing where he says they're building an entire army of robotic exobites. But never in the film is it explained before or after what the hell an exobite is or a robotic exobite. Also, there's a scene. I'm keep going, but there's a scene where they all, in solidarity, start singing the French national anthem with rewritten lyrics.
Yeah. Casablanca.
Was that Casablanca?
Yeah. There's a scene where the Nazis are in the cafe and they're all singing the German national anthem or whatever, and then Laszlo comes out and starts singing La Marseillaise, and then everyone's like, "Oh, French are awesome."
Okay. Well, fuck this movie again
Yeah.
for that.
Yeah.
And then it ends on that, what I told you before, god-awful imitation of God Only Knows.
Yeah.
That's what, yeah.
That's what we should do when we finish here. Everyone just go home and listen to God Only Knows.
Yes.
Sounds like a plan.
Cleanse your minds of this awfulness.
I have a quick note for Food Fight. Because I watch Food Fight on Amazon now, all the related items, recommendations are these horrible animated movies like Boonie Bears, Jungle Shuffle, Agent
Ratatouille?
Fox. Yeah, that's all. Yeah, I saw that earlier. Kung Fu Rabbit. So thanks, Jay. I mean Cameron, or Jay too.
Don't blame me for this,
Yes,
okay?
I'm sorry.
I don't take credit for this.
Yes. So thank you again, Cameron. No, I hate you, Cameron, for making me watch. He said it was so bad, it's awesome. No, it's so bad, it's bad.
Thanks
Yeah,
for making us hate
I
you.
wouldn't say this is. I would say watch it because it's an incredible. It's like truly incredible to see that this is something that actually got made.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't call it a so bad it's good film.
No.
It's truly terrible.
Yeah, so Cameron, I don't know you, but I will find you and I will kill you.
Maybe make a drinking game or something out of this. Maybe that'll make it fun.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Drink to forget. Just drink a whole bunch, black out, and then never remember that you watched it.
Every new frame, you have to take a drink. So hopefully you'll be dead.
Whoa.
Hopefully you'll be dead. Yeah. But
All right.
Anyway,
Let us move on
thank
to our
you, Jay.
Well, Jay too, because he stayed for both reviews, which is awesome.
Yeah, hey, what's
Well,
up?
that's that.
Thanks,
That's what
Jay.
I'm.
And he had to
referring
watch part of Food Fight again, which I'm sorry. So let's quickly go through our recommendations. Sterling is up
Yes.
first. He's recommending a little short film. What's
Yeah,
it about?
so-
What's it called?
It's an 11-minute found footage horror short film called This House Has People in It. And apparently, it originally premiered on Adult Swim, like during the commercials. I don't really know the story behind that, but this director guy, let's see if I have his name here.
It's like Alan Resnick, I think.
Yes, Alan Resnick. He was also responsible for another Adult Swim commercial thing called like unedited footage of a bear or something like that. And usually these air like really early in the morning. But this one is actually a super spooky film. Yeah, so Andrew, you might want to bring a bag just in case you piss yourself
Oh, I was gonna say I might cry.
for your tears.
Yeah.
Bag. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
I'm trying. I want to make sure there's nothing else I want to say.
We're low on
prefacing
time
it.
anyway. We're low on time anyway. So
Yeah, this house has people in it. That's
Cool.
it.
Have we done anything?
wait.
Yeah, have we done anything horror? Frankie Teardrop?
Not if you include
Frank
Frank Teardrop or
Teardrop's pretty
Spider.
Yeah.
Spider's not a horror. I
Yeah.
wouldn't say
This is
it's horror.
full horror. Okay.
Cool.
My recommendation: little video game called Save the Date. Hold for notes.
Sounds fun.
It is developed by Paper Dino Software, and then lead guy there, his name is Chris Cornell, which is
Oh.
hilarious.
That's that
Of
is funny.
Soundgarden.
Yeah. Couple quotes off the website. It's a simple game about stuff, and it featuring cutting edge tech, including old cell phones. This is a dating simulator, but I think it's better than Hateful Boyfriend and even
Really?
Frog Fractions.
Better than
Oh my
Frog
Yeah.
Fractions?
Yeah.
Okay.
So-
Now you've piqued my... Well,
Yeah.
not really, but
It's
a
a
little bit.
It's a free downloadable computer game on Windows, Mac, and Linux. It's a simple concept, and it goes places that are completely like out of left field, but it explores some really deep themes. I told Sterling a little bit about it already, so he kind of
Yeah.
already knows sort of the little funness that goes on.
Can't wait.
I haven't played it since I believe the 11th grade, so I'm really excited to go back. Takes about an hour to beat, and it was a huge inspiration for the game I made called Unnamed Program.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Man.
So, play it. Gus, your recommendation.
Master Puppets. Ooh, yeah, thrash masterpiece released March 3rd, 1986. It's been 30 years, but also very recently it's been selected as one of the 25 recordings I think they do every year to add to the National Registry, Sound Registry or something like that. I don't know the official name. So I thought that was good enough time ever to put on one of my favorite albums ever. This is one of so when I was in high school, I was a big thrash metal guy. Thrash metal kind of got me into music, and Master Puppets was a huge part of that. So super stoked.
I've listened to Ride the Lightning, and that's it.
I've listened to the track Master of Puppets.
Well, you've listened to Black Album too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Other Metallica albums. Yep.
Well, sounds like we got... This will actually be a short week, I think. No, definitely a short week. The game takes an hour.
55 minutes.
Well, okay. The album's almost an hour. But then the short film's 11, so...
Yeah. So
Guys got it easy.
you got about 2 hours and 11 minutes
Yeah.
of your week.
So, we, as you know, we've had Jay on and Kelly on, and that's something we're doing more frequently now, bringing guests on. If you want to recommend something to the Wheelhouse, you can email us at wheelhousecast@gmail.com, or send us any questions or comments, or just send us anything. We don't get a lot of mail, which would be nice. You can like us on Facebook at facebook.com/wheelhousecast. Follow us on Twitter at wheelhousecast. Subscribe to our feed on iTunes where you can rate and review us. Still one review.
Man.
Sterling, Gus, what are you guys doing? Finally, I already said that, so that's it.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jay, for sticking around for both reviews.
Yeah. Okay. Anything to... Yeah.
Do you have anything to plug?
Yeah, actually, I'm working on this new show. No, I'm not.
Oh.
But the final episode of the Jay Reed Show is April 14th.
Where can people consume this?
I think it might be in the M Lounge late at night.
Oh,
It's on a Thursday.
What is the Jay Reed Show?
Yeah.
It's a talk show where I have special guests on every time. There have been 2 episodes so far. Jay Reed was killed actually at the end of the last episode, so we'll see what happens.
so
Man.
Lightning Jay Reed, back from the dead.
Lightning Jay Reed will.
They say lightning doesn't strike twice or something.
No, something like that. But
Strikes twice. Yeah.
yeah.
but it will happen, and yeah, we're gonna have all sorts of fun stuff. I hope.
Cool.
Nice.
Sterling, Gus, anything to plug?
Nothing I can think of. Yeah.
Nah, not this week.
Cool. Well, we have come to the end of another episode of The Wheelhouse. Thank you, Gus. Thank you, Jay. Thank you, Sterling.
Thanks, Andrew.
Thanks, Andrew.
Thanks, dude.
You're welcome. And I'm Andrew O, reminding you, the squeaky wheelhouse gets the oil.
Predictable.
What?
I could have made that one.
Predictable. Go right for Foodfight.
Oh,
Food
Wow.
Fight 2.
Come on.
Foodfight 2, let's make it happen.
Hey, there are some stains you can never wash out, man.
I do have something to plug. Kickstarter. My Kickstarter for Foodfight 2 is underway. Please
This is your
donate.
host, Sterling,
Please.
signing off and reminding you that the secret's inside.
Hey.
Yeah! Woo!
All right.
Secret's inside.